Hello, this is Harrison Ford. I really hate it when people ask me questions about Star Wars, when this is the greatest movie that I ever did. Of course, I wish you would all forget this movie and Star Wars because I've done so many other films. Remember, I was Jack Ryan before that stupid blonde-haired kid from Star Trek did it, the Star Trek reboot guy. Pine. Anywho, I have a soft spot in my heart for independently produced podcasts. And you should listen to them more often instead of the ones that they push down your throat on iTunes and Stitcher. You know, those podcasts pay to be seen. Mike doesn't have the money to do that. So he's just hoping by word of mouth you'll find out about his show, which I guess you have because you're listening to this. You're a freaking genius. Anywho, please support podcasts that are done not by big networks or by radio stations, but by real people that do it in their own homes, on their own laptops, on their own iPhones, for crying out loud. And thanks for pushing me into a corner where I have to keep doing Star Wars movies. I'm so thankful to you that I make so much damn money, and that I'm married to a traffic sign. And now, Mike's Daily Podcast.
This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 826. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth, located somewhere in Podcaster Valley, California. Today, part 2 of my into an interview with the Austin band T-Bird and the Breaks. Plus, we hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley, and wearable tech is going to be launched when we spring forward. That's not a cryptic riddle that I found in a piece of paper in the crannies.
Mike's Daily Podcast
Of Harrison Ford's laugh line. No, it's actual news. You can tell your friends and your grannies.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
So I have been on a diet that includes lots of greens. My goal is to get into the 200 teens pounds. Since I'm 6'1" and of German stock, studies say 70% of men are overweight. But that's a crock because it's got to be more like 80. That's what I think.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's got to be more like 80. Meanwhile, 65% of women are overweighty. But don't say that to a lady
Mike's
if you don't want her to.
Daily
Haiti.
Podcast.
You.
Yeah!
Yeah. Papusa. I got so mad last night because of this weight issue. I ate a papusa. My first papusa. Look who just walked in.
Hello, Michael Matthews. This is Madame Rootabega.
What's wrong, madam?
Michael Matthews, I don't know what to say that you ate a papusa. Those are such cute little animals.
No, it's not an animal. It's like a big tortilla that they make like on the spot out of flour, and they just wrap some meat or vegetables in it. It's like a Hot Pocket, only like for white people.
Ha ha, Michael Matthews. This is Madame Rootabega.
There's the lady that I love.
Thank you, Michael Matthews. Hey, you got to talk to Larry Kenny yesterday.
Yeah, the voice of like the Thundercats. I got to speak to him. Oh, look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, why would you talk to a guy who does character voices? He's a voice actor, isn't he?
Yeah, Mike, you can't trust those people. Do you know that?
No, he's a really nice guy. Oh, man, we had a great conversation. I was over at Aaron Fonseca's house, and he's going to be posting that on his podcast. And I'll put a little piece of it on my show as well and call it the Fonseca Matthews Project or the FM Project. and you'll hear some of that. But yeah, it was amazing to talk to him. Such a nice guy. The voice of Lion-O. That's right. And Count Chocula. And the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs bird. He was also the guy that introduced It's VH1's Best Week Ever. And he used to announce the TV show The State on MTV, and his daughter, Carrie Kenny Silver, she was on The State, and now, well, gosh, she's in every single TV show and movie. She's going to be in a new TV show with Sarah Silverman playing her sister. Oh, she's all over the place. Her voice has been on a lot of cartoons. She also appears a lot on the TV show At Midnight, because Chris Hardwick does that show with that guy that used to be part of The State, and he often brings members that used to be in The State on the show, and they're always hilarious. So that was great talking to Larry Kenny. You'll hear that interview up on the internet soon. So after the interview, I went and got a papusa. But because I've been trying to lose freaking weight, and I walk my dog, Basil the Boxer, all over the place. Everyone in Podcaster Valley knows me now, because they see me walking down the street. It's crazy. I just can't and I'm eating. That's the thing, though. I'm not really eating less. I'm trying to eat healthier. So, like, I'm not eating, like, cheeseburgers and stuff. I'm eating salads and bell pepper, tomatoes, fruits. I make these awesome salads now that aren't boring. They're just wondrous. But I broke down last night and had my first papusa.
Mike, for the love of God, stop saying that word, D.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate it. And so would everyone else. Oh, the hoi polloi agrees. Okay. Well, on to something else, and that is
Mike's scavenger hunt.
I'm going to give you clues to a place that you can go to and see an amazing event on March 9th. I guess if you have press credentials, March 9th. Ooh, what could it be? Do you know Madame Rootabega?
Michael Matthews, it's Fist Bakery.
No, that's not what it is. Actually, Apple sent out a bunch of invitations today for a press event happening on March 9th at this place. This according to CNET.com. Apple is likely going to show off the Apple Watch, its first wearable. Last month, CEO Tim Cook said Apple would start selling the smartwatch in April. The lowest end Apple Watch will cost $349. They announced the device during a star-studded event in September. At the time, it introduced its bigger screen iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. It also held an event in October to unveil its newest iPads and Macs, including the high-resolution iMac. Apple Watch is the first major new product category for the company since the magical iPad in 2010. It's also the first new push by Apple under Tim Cook's leadership. Cook had promised for over a year that Apple would introduce amazing new products in 2014 and entering exciting new product categories beyond its wildly successful smartphones, tablets, and computers. Apple Watch, along with the new Apple Pay mobile payment service, are also part of that vow. Along with the Apple Watch on March 9th, the company could also be showing off at this location that you must find an updated Apple TV that works as the hub for a smart home. This Apple TV would also have more video and live TV features, and Apple could introduce the long-awaited 12-inch iPad Pro or a MacBook Air with Retina display, two products market watchers have long been waiting for. So where is this location going to be? Is it at the Apple Store? On Market in downtown San Francisco? No, but very close to there. The Yerba Buena Center for the Arts Theater in San Francisco. Yes, whoop-de-doy. So that's an interesting place, too. You can go there for free. Not this event, unless you are part of a huge, big newspaper or media conglomerate. But you can go to this place like the first Tuesday of the month. I think they do a free day. And it's not a huge art gallery, but they've got a couple of exhibits that are usually pretty interesting. I went there one time, and it was a bunch of big paper mache birds that were kind of scary, and they played this funky French music in the background while you walked around. It was wonderful. Sort of walking into Amelie after eating a bunch of shrooms. So that's what is going on. That's the scavenger hunt. There you go. Good job finding that. And now I would like to mention, if you want to mention anything about what you think the Apple Watch is going to be. Is it going to be a success, or is it going to go down in flames like the Google Glass? What do you think about, I won't say the word, but it rhymes with papusa. What do you think of losing weight? What's been your experience? Do you eat a bunch of salads, or do you go, heck with that, I'm going to just go with the water and tofu diet? Ugh, I just felt my stomach jump into my colon when I said that. Email me what you think, and we read your emails on the section emails from email, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. You can also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to sponsor the show. mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. The website is mikesdailypodcast.com, and there are links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. Comment on the show and rate the show. It will help more people find out about us in iTunes. As you heard from Harrison Ford at the beginning of the show, it is quite difficult to be seen on iTunes and Stitcher unless you're like looking for us. So yes, we are also on Stitcher, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Podomatic, the TuneIn radio app, which is a dandy thing for your smartphone, because you can listen to radio stations, podcasts, and we are on there. And you can tell your friends about us through that. The link to find us at all those places and on SoundCloud and YouTube is at mikesdailypodcast.com. And tell your friends about the show through Facebook. Like the Facebook page, and when I post a new show, share it with your friends, and more people will find out about us. It's awesome. And there are also links to where to find us on Tumblr, Yelp, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, and when I post a new show, retweet that, and your friends can find out about us too. And finally, one last great way to support the show is also through the Amazon link. If you click on that and buy something by going through mikesdailypodcast.com, we get a little something. Would I call it cash? I don't know. I haven't seen any yet. So when I do see the cash, when they show me the money, I'll let you know. That's all at mikesdailypodcast.com. The podcast picture, the daily blog, and all my past interviews are there too. Speaking of which,
Into an interview.
I'm talking to T-Bird of T-Bird and the Breaks, and he is one grooving guy. How do you get the groove? How do you get this? I wish I could have the groove like you do, the way you can groove. It's so good.
You mean the rhythm?
The rhythm, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I get it from listening to so much music. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't invent it. You know what I mean? It's I listen to like a lot of rhythm and blues and hip hop, and stuff like that, and funk. James Brown. Everything he ever did on the mic was very rhythmic. You know what I mean? I'm a student of that type of music.
Yeah, and the great music as well. And how did you get into making music? What was like the first musical thing you were doing as a kid?
Well, I grew up in a musical family. There's a piano around and a guitar. So my sisters play piano, and my dad plays guitar and sings a bit, and so like music was always around, and my parents' record collection was around, and there'd be stuff like, Bob Dylan and the Beatles. So, I guess the first thing I got into was just listening to music, you know what I mean? Just flipping through the records and be like, oh, this is my jam, or this is not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just gotta, I just love music, I love listening to music, and we got a good crew in the breaks right now, so like if we're rolling around the van all over the country, it's just kind of like a music party. We all throw on what we're digging and get exposed to a lot of different stuff, you know what I mean? So to answer your question, I'm like a music appreciator first, I would say. That's how I get into it.
And your dad plays country, or he was like a picker, right? Didn't he do some?
Yeah. Finger picking guitar, kind of what you could call country blues, like stuff like Mississippi John Hurt. Or
cool.
Mississippi Fred McDowell. You know what I mean? Like blues. You know what I mean? Like the type of stuff that saw a revival with the full crowd of the '60s.
Neat. Well, I love this song, Justine. And, and I'm going to play right now. And it's like you got these cool hand claps in there and the trumpets and this cool little, like, it's like on an old radio at the beginning. And it's a great song. And you've got an awesome video. Who's doing the animation for that?
That's me and Cody. I wanted to do something animated, so I had some storyboards and took pictures that I could trace, and then flavor up a little bit and scanned them into the computer, and Cody kind of made the actual animation happen. So we did that together. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right, well, let's play Justine. It's T-Bird and the Breaks on Mike's Daily Podcast. Justine, that is T-Bird and the Breaks. As we go outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley, California. Tomorrow, part 3 of my Into an Interview.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The picture is with, oh, look, she's out here right now on the patio with us, Shelley Shuhart.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Shelley Shuhart. Oh, my God. I'm in that picture.
Yeah, it's a drawing of the two of us. Your hair is quite red.
But, Mike, that's what's funny. It's not really my hair.
Don't give away the punchline.
I know, Mike Matthews. It's like, so funny, huh?
Yeah, and you know, your hair is really red, though, but you're fine. You were not hurt in the making of this cartoon.
No, I wasn't, Mike Matthews. I'm happy. Happy as a clam.
Look, here's Madame Rootabega.
Hello, Madame Rootabega. Oh, my God, you're so beautiful. Thank you, Shirley. You know what? I think that Michael Matthew is quite handsome. Yeah, he's like okay.
Am I having a moment with you, Madame Rootabega? Is that what's going on?
Could be.
The same exact thing happened yesterday with Benita.
Mike Matthews, it's never going to happen with me.
I'm happy about that. Has the moment passed, Madam?
Yes, Michael Matthew, I think it has.
Good. Yeah, because the disgruntled fiddle player was quite upset. So, sometimes this happens. I don't know what it is. Something about my bald, shiny head. Maybe it reflects God's smile. What? The snickering can stop right now.
Mike, we weren't laughing there. We were just kind of, allergies. And there's a tickle in the back of our sinuses there that is causing us to snicker uncontrollably. There.
That's right, Mike. We blame it on the allergies, not the Snickers. Do you know that?
I've also cut those out of my diet as well. Next show, part 3 of my interview with the great band T-Bird and the Breaks. Plus, we will hear from Shelly Shuhart. You'll be back again?
You can't pull me back in. I won't let you. Whatever that line is from Godfather 3.
Oh my gosh, Shelly, you'll be a Sofia Coppola next.
Oh, joy, Mike Matthew.
We'll also hear from Floyd the Floorman and John Deere the Engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Babusa.